Wait. Fucking hell.
GM. FOMOverse Radio. This is your show host, Austin Hambleton. Today we got Ivan on the show. What's up, Ivan?
GM. You alright, everyone?
How are you doing today?
Very good, thank you. Being very British with my cup of tea.
I love it, man. How's the weather out there?
It's not been too bad, actually. I've been getting a bit of a suntan since we met in Scotland. You can't tell with the picture, can you? But I've been getting a bit of a tan. Yeah, I quite like it.
Do you spend a lot of time outside?
Yeah, my dog gets me out an hour a day. He's quite active. You'll hear him in a minute. He'll be a lot of barking. And I've got a pub as well that's in the country. We've got a big garden. So I spend a lot of time, yeah. I live in the country, so it's just... The English countryside is beautiful when it's sunny. So, yeah, get out in the sun.
Is it, you said you had a pub there. How long have you had your pub?
So I've had the pub for nearly 10 years in October, which is crazy, considering I thought I'd only be there a few years and move on. But I kind of got into it. It's good fun when it works, you know. Mm-hmm. Now you can see this windows look like glorious behind me. I've lived in a pub for 9 years, basically. Lived in a room above the pub. And basically just before Christmas last year, I thought that's enough now. I need to move out. So I'm renting this glorious little, it's only small, but it's an old schoolhouse. I'm renting this for a couple of years to get out of the pub. I used to live like a student, basically in an ensuite room for 9 years. Didn't do any shopping, didn't do any washing up, didn't do any cooking. I had all chefs downstairs, lived not quite like a king, more like a student, but didn't just... my whole life was revolved around the pub, you know, so I'm out now. That's it. Yeah, got a bit of space.
Oh, that's amazing, man. You know, it's awesome that you've been in business for 10 years. You know, was it pretty hard when COVID first hit to stay open?
Yeah, it was. I mean, the thing about COVID was it was tough, but you know, the government here wasn't too bad, actually. Uh-huh. They were quite generous with their grants, if I'm honest. So whenever we were shut down, we got a nice little grant to pay the bills. The problem was, of course, when you're open, trying to make money with COVID, all restrictions, there was only a certain amount of people inside the pub with social distancing, all the rules, regulations put people off. We got through that. I'm actually finding this year's harder with this. I mean, as we know, the crypto is in a bear market, but the whole world's in a bear market, isn't it? You know, just a recession. So I'm finding that bills are twice as much as what they were last year. And if you imagine that we're only a medium-sized business, really, a small business. I employ 26, 28 people, I think.
Wow.
And the bills in the pub now are horrendous compared to COVID or pre-COVID. So I think COVID was tough. We got through it because we got a good following. This year it was a bit tougher. The pub's kind of, I'm not making any money, but I'm just paying the bills on one, Austin. I'm living, and I've got to pay my rent here, and so that's my own fault where I choose to live. But yeah.
What's the name of your pub?
It's the Fox and Duck in Fairfield. So if anybody wants to check that out, we've got Twitter, Facebook. If you actually mention, how about this? If you actually mention you saw me on FOMOverse Radio, you probably get a free pint. There we go.
Yeah, get yourself a free pint, guys.
Someone from crypto to walk in there NFT and say FOMOverse. I think I'll just fall over in my tracks. Because you don't get to meet many people, do you, in real life? And, you know, that's how we met, wasn't it? At the Bitcoin Castle Party. We met and you can tell the story, but for me, it was just talking the whole weekend. You know, some of my friends haven't bought Bitcoin, let alone NFTs, you know. So to talk to them, they think you're mad spending thousands on a JPEG. And when I talked to you and I think you was the first person I talked to, remember, in the hotel lobby. I heard you talking on the phone to a friend saying you're here, and I was like, hello. And we talk for about 15 minutes with your lady standing there.
Yep.
And I was just like, oh my God, I've never actually talked to anybody who understood in real life until that moment about NFTs, and yeah, love it. So get yourself to real life parties.
Wasn't it just so amazing just spending the weekend there, just sharing your thoughts and ideas about NFTs? Because like you said, you talk to your friends back home and, you know, you might tell them, hey, I just picked up this picture, you know, does this look cool? Or, you know, I'm going to look at this artist, and, you know, they might think you're a little crazy, but it's like, you get people together that share the same values and morals. It's
Yeah,
pretty amazing, isn't it?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, and then everyone's got their own ideas, but just I mean, we're in it for the art, we're in it for the money as well. Let's be honest. So to what to invest in and people's way they've done, people's stories. Everyone's got a missing out story, haven't they? You know, we was talking about apes, weren't we? We all had an ape, or we all sold an ape, or we all missed out on apes. You
Oh,
know, that
I
sort of,
missed out on apes at point
yeah.
three Ethereum.
So
Oh,
yeah,
it's
but I mean,
very sad.
I bought one that I thought I was ballsy and bought one at 10F. Would have been, I think, it's my highest purchase ever,
Wow.
and I sold it at 16 and a half.
That's still a good profit, though.
It is a good profit, but oh my god, how
Oh,
much
yeah.
we've missed out on mutants, we've missed out on ApeCoin. Oh, yeah.
What was
sick.
what was the floor price on those things in the height? What was it,
What,
like
now?
400,000 at one point?
I'm not sure. I mean, they were well over 100 and what 20, 140 F. So maybe they weren't far off 200 or 300 grand, maybe 400 grand. Yeah, yeah. Amazing, isn't it?
It's
What are they
so
now?
amazing.
About 100? I think we punks about.
Yeah,
80
I think
now,
they're about 100. Do you remember reading a while back on Twitter that there was a whole bunch of liquidations that were going to happen?
Yeah.
People were taking
Yeah.
these loans out against Bored Ape Yacht Club, and they weren't able to pay back the loan.
Why would you? Why would you put an asset like that? People have got their ideas and good, and the people know I'm not the most technically minded person, but why would you risk an asset like that on and get liquidated? Do you not understand it? It can go down. I mean, I've learned so much the last few years about liquidations going down. I had a little bit on Nexo. Do you know Nexo?
Nexo,
Bank?
yeah.
I love Nexo, but I was close to getting liquidated a few times. And once it's gone, isn't it? And it's I mean, we're talking like nothing the size of people putting an ape up for collateral. Oh my god, I don't get it.
Oh, it's
That's
crazy. You know, there's a few guys that I talk to on Twitter, and you know, one of them I'm trying to get him on the show, Sharik911. That dude I've talked to since 2020, like early NFT days, and I think he picked up like 10 or 20 Bored Ape Yacht Clubs back in the day, and he still has them.
Wow.
I mean,
Still has them. You're not going to sell and live, or is he okay for money?
I think he does pretty well, man. I mean, just
Yeah.
based off of his like pictures and stuff off like on the Twitter and stuff, I think he does pretty good for himself. You know, he was probably already successful coming into the NFT space, and this is just extra.
Fantastic. But you said you got a Bored Ape, but you saw it at 0.3.
No. I missed out at point
Oh, missed
three. We looked at it. I told
Yeah.
my friend Chris, I was like, Chris, he showed me Bored Apes. He's like, what do you think about
Yeah.
these? They're 0.3. I go, Chris, I said, I'm so burnt on PFPs because, you know, we were buying some older PFPs and, you know, they all took a shit. But when Bored Apes came out, I was like, yeah, I'm just not into it. And then, you know, you seen them climb to 1 ETH, 5 ETH, 10 ETH. I mean, they just like, they just keep going up.
Yeah. I mean, I saw it, but the thing with me, I think when they, maybe not the first PFP, of course, but they're quite early. But I was still, so I started out on Nifty Gateway, and I when the apes were around, I was still getting my head around a PFP, one of 10,000, and I was thinking, why would I buy a one of 10,000? You know, for months, my mindset was complete. Anyone new coming in didn't care, but my mindset was like, hang on, I'm trying to buy one of ones, I'm trying to buy one of 100. Why would I buy one of 10,000? And then 3 months later, you realise, wow, one of 10,000 is not a lot.
It's not a lot. You know,
but
you think about it. You think about it. There's 21 million Bitcoin, right? 21 million.
Well, it will be. Yeah.
Never will be anymore. And it's like
Yeah.
10,000 is such a small, you know, rock in the pond compared to that 21 million. So, you know, I just think this shows like a lot of future potential for these other projects that maybe have, you know, 100 supply or 1,000 supply or even like 10,000 supply, you know. I think there's a lot of future potential for NFTs, and this is literally the beginning.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's what it's got value in a few years, but if you've got stuff from the last few years, just hold on to it. You're not going to sell it now, are you? So, yeah, the beginning and the technology is being out, isn't it? Starbucks using it without customers even realising. There's Disney doing stuff. I'm not an expert on what's going on, but there's so much going on with it, and we're still early, aren't we? Even now.
we're still extremely early. I think the first really known NFT was 2017. I think it was the CryptoKitties. I can pull it up here, but I mean that's only what, 5 years? I mean that's not very long.
No, no. I mean, digital art's been around, wasn't it, for years? But
Right,
the
right.
NFT process, yeah, and that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, oh, love it.
Okay.
Yeah, CryptoKitties. Well, were punks in 18 or 17?
So you guys probably can't really see this because it's kind of small. Here, let me see if I can. Okay.
Ah, yeah.
So it says Ethereum's Genesis block is mined. See, Ethereum's only been out since 2015.
That's right, yeah.
July 30th, 2015.
Wow. The pounds, I bet.
2016. Something right here. Pixel map. I mean, the biggest ones were these CryptoKitties, and then you got V1 CryptoPunks that came out in 2017 June.
That's right, 17. Crypt's Mamo Wang, wasn't it? And they've done little bits in between, but nothing like the originals. But it just means to why the punks took off so much compared to the other stuff around then.
Yeah, I would think the punks, would be more valuable than Bored Ape Yacht Club, but Bored Ape has kind of taken over, haven't they?
Yeah, but would you, if they were the same sort of price, they're not far off, apes more, but would you rather have a punk or an ape? I mean, for me, I asked myself this, and I think for me it'd probably be a punk, but purely because of the history where we're going to be in 5 years, and I don't know how are you going to do more with the punks in the future, because they've not done much with it, have they really? Or are they going to keep pushing the ape ecosystem forward more and more? If you ask me a question tomorrow, I'd change my mind tomorrow, But at the moment, I think it'd be punks just because of the history and the future potential, perhaps, or just the history without anything else going along with it. But Yuga's going nowhere, are they? Really? They're
right.
Yeah, it's so tricky.
Speaking of history, Beeple, he had sold the most expensive single NFT for $69 million. I think that was the largest NFT sale ever at the time. And looking at this is Ivan's Nifty Gateway here. Man, you have a Beeple Politics is bullshit. This is an absolute absurd piece to own.
I love it. I bought that quite early on, and I think didn't Beeple. When did I buy that? I can't remember. About
here,
February.
We can scroll down here.
Yeah.
And then it just says over 1 year ago.
There we go. Yeah, it was about February, March, I think. And then was it May? He sold the £69 million one, didn't he, at auction? Was it all Christie's or Sotheby's?
It was Christie's.
Yeah. But we were going. I remember, I had friends. So I got into NFTs in December 2020. That was my, apart from the ape we mentioned earlier, that was my biggest purchase. And when was that? When did it sell? About Easter that year, a bit later.
So this came out in March. This article came out in March 11, 2021.
Oh, is it March? I thought it was a bit. Fair enough. Yeah, March. That's about right. Yeah, every day.
Bidding will open from February 25th through March 11.
Right, there we go. My time is about a month out, but that's about right. Yeah, but I remember a month before. Remember the world. If you were on the Nifty Gateway, people were going crazy for Beeples. He minted loads about October, November, and a few December before, and they, of course, they were so cheap. Because one of the ones were expensive, and then I remember I was on a crypto WhatsApp group, and then someone said in December 2020, "Oh, look at NFTs," and we had no idea what we were buying. We were dabbling, but Nifty Gateway, isn't it? It's so user friendly. It's the best one to get into to start with.
Yes.
It was about, I must have bought mine in about January, February. And we were all trying to buy a Beeple, and quite a few of us did. I mean, there was people egging each other on. There's people getting loans. To buy these. It was the Bull Run, the Infected into the Ether. And at one point, you could buy all them, when we're looking sort of $4 or $5 grand.
Yeah.
And I thought people were crazy getting loans, you know, and then eventually I bought my Portuguese bullshit, put an offer in, and someone took it for 10K. But oh yeah, wow, brings back some memories. But I mean, I think probably about 20 friends have bought a Beeple because they just thought this is where it's going to go, and they're so lucky. Some have sold, I think. Most of us still keep them to see.
Did
See
you
where
get
we're going
a
to be.
physical piece?
No, no. So at the time, a lot of friends went for the ball run, infected into the ether because you got a physical piece with it. But I kind of thought, well, politics is bullshit is older. And it's one of 100 rather than one of 200 or something. I just thought it had more scarcity, really, and I think I'm right. I mean, don't we punts in the game. Maybe the physical's worth more. I don't know, but I wasn't interested. I was in the physical. I was just interested in buying the politics bullshit because I thought it had more scarcity, really, if I'm honest. So yeah, they all bought everything else, and I bought a bullshit one.
Oh,
Lucky.
that bullshit one is the Genesis
Mm.
People collection, so I think you did really well on that one.
Yeah, yeah, that was it basically. Yeah, it was just yeah. And
Did
we shall see. I mean,
you
they've. Mhm.
did you watch the auction happen? When people was selling all these one of ones and people were bidding for these?
No, I think that was this. Is this the one before Christmas? His first Genesis drop.
This is the
Yeah, 2020. I think I was late to the party. I think was that October, November.
it says December 11th, 2020.
There we go. I think it was basically on the cusp of me joining Nifty Gateway, so I didn't know what I was looking at.
Okay.
I think he dropped that just before I set my account, so I didn't know what I was looking at really.
Yeah, see this one right here. Somebody paid 77,000. I mean,
Yeah,
going back then, if
that's amazing.
you know, that buy right there, 77 grand is just unreal. I mean, you know, you're looking at a one of one Beeple.
Yeah,
I would say even right now in the bear market, I mean, a one of one, I mean, it's probably close to 1 million, maybe more.
you'd be expecting, wouldn't you? I mean, when the bullshit was all like a drawing, wasn't it? I think people paid $1 for it.
And that's what I love about Beeple.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
He's done loads of £1 drawings, isn't he? Just pure luck, pure luck.
it's pure luck, and I actually lucked out on one for $1.
Oh,
I got the 2021 January 1st edition.
yeah,
I ended up scoring one of those in the raffle. I got extremely lucky.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And I think isn't there some from that collection that between how much was that? I can't read that on the screen. Lowest ask is was it 14? Does that say?
16,654. This is an edition out of 100, which I think this is extremely undervalued. I think, you know, we're just seeing people in the bear market that need some liquidity.
Hmm.
I mean, we all need liquidity right now. But I remember an interesting tweet from, it was one of the Winklevoss twins, I believe. When people were selling their 100 edition Beeples for 40,000, one of the Winklevoss twins was like, "You guys are paper handing this at 40,000." And I was like, "Wait a minute. That's paper handing if you sell it for
Yeah,
40,000?" And so I was like, "Okay, maybe like these things are like way more valuable than I can even imagine." So I've been holding on to mine. I got the physical. I still haven't opened it. It's just in a box.
that's the thing to do. Yeah, open it if you decide you're going to keep it or sell it. Yeah, but you're right. If you can buy one of 100 people for less than 20 grand, and you got that to invest, I'm going to look at it. But if you did have, why would you not do it? Yeah, because you'd. Yeah, I was looking actually recently at that as well, and I was just thinking less than 20 grand. Oh my God,
Yeah.
you're gonna double your money in a bull market, aren't you? Easy,
Oh
quite
my
a reason.
gosh.
But the thing is, the people are so into the PFPs at the moment. You're kind of thinking, when's it going to come back to these editions, the one of ones that we all first started with? PFPs kind of take over, don't they?
They have, and I think it's just, I think it just has to do with all the the hype around them. They do a great job of building hype, and their Bored Ape Yacht Club's marketing team is unreal.
Yeah. Look at that.
So this guy bought it at 8 Ethereum. It says last sale 8.
74. Yeah, amazing.
100 grand.
But you know what? If you can't afford an 8x8 coin, I mean, not financial advice, and please don't do what I say, but if you can't get into it, 8 coins to play, isn't it? It's quite a low price. And every time Yuga will do something with either land or apes, the price of 8 coin goes up. It's a reasonably safe play, I would have thought.
Did you get into the what was it, the other side?
No, but do you know what? I'm so glad I didn't.
Same.
Because now you can buy one for like 1.5 ETH, can't you?
Yep.
People were like spending more than that on gas when it came out.
Oh, I think they were spending like 4 ETH just in gas.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And now I looked at it the other day, and I'm kind of trying to DCA at the moment, just random, not a lot, but little coins here and there, the odd NFT collection every now and again. And I think the other side deeds, look, was that 1.7? Is that? I can't see that.
1.71.
Why would you not? I think it's. I know you've got to do your research, see what the land is used for, but I mean, considering they were like 4 or 5F or even longer, like say more than that a few months ago when they first come out.
Yep. So much hype. So much hype.
Yeah, so much hype. So much hype.
And didn't Yuga purchase CryptoPunks?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I mean. That's why I'm thinking on Punks. They've not done anything with them. Is it just a historical thing? Because obviously the Yuga system, the apes, is their main play, but they own Punks as well. Yeah. Punks, Meebits.
Oh, they got Meebits too?
Yuga's got Meebits, yeah. And a few others. So all connected, yeah.
So what are you focusing on right now? Is there a certain artist? Is there, a certain NFT artist or project that you're looking into at the moment?
Eve, stack your Eve. I don't know. Waiting. So recently, what have I bought recently? What I quite like is Top Dog Beach Club. Okay. So I know it might sound derivative of other things, but they're doing so much at the moment. The Top Dog Beach Club, they're affordable, as in like 0.0, 5, 0.01, 0.03. You can still spend a lot if you like on them. What's the floor price there? 0.06.
Yep.
Oh, it's terrible.
0.06. Yep.
Yeah, but they're developing their ecosystem. Yeah, every dog you own now, you're getting crystals to turn your dog into a mutant. And the way to earn another crystal is through social media or Discord interaction. So that's pushing that out. The price, I mean, I think at that place a little bit of fun, isn't it? But I think it all the guys basically have been building all year. They're employing people. There we go. You can probably see they were like almost one of those Top Dog Beach Club.
Let's pull a all-time chart here.
Yeah.
Come on.
And they've
what? Come on, I'm just trying to pull like an all-time price chart here.
They've done a few plays where now they anybody selling now, they've took the royalties away. You get little spikes in there, but the thing is, they've been around and they're doing. If you follow them on Twitter, they're doing so much.
0.5. What is this? Do you see this in here? Discord person. What is up with that? Is that some sort of error? Oh, okay. They sold a lot of 17. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
That's interesting.
But basically, they've took away the royalty. So I mean, some people are arguing about it, but now when you sell a Top Dog, all the price goes between the buyer and the seller. There's no royalties go to the artist anymore because the club they're saying we don't make any more money now. We just want to enlarge the ecosystem. You're buying certain crystals, and the idea is the crystal change your dog distribution, so you get a second NFT, of course. But the crystal is losing value over time. I forget exactly how long, but if you don't use it within a few days or a week, you won't get such a powerful mutant. Do you know what I mean with a dog? So I just think they're trying lots of different things, and I love them, and they're really interesting. Yeah, I mean, apart from that, I don't know. Still keep an eye on goblins. What are goblins going to do? I like goblins.
You know, I think there's still time. I think there's going to be like another Bored Ape Yacht Club or another, not as historical as CryptoPunk, but I think there will be some like extremely valuable, like larger scale additions out there in the future that are worth a lot. Now, whether it's an artist or it's a group that makes them, I just think it's going to happen. You know, it's destiny. So, what I think the next thing is going to be is something that nobody has ever seen, nobody has ever thought about. It's going to be like leading edge technology or like a leading edge mechanism. So
we're talking AI or the VR. You got all this DALL-E going around. You got the AI, the VR. There's so much of that. Some of it looks great. I quite like it.
Have you messed around with DALL-E?
No, I don't know anything about that sort of thing. I love watching people do it, you know, and I know we both follow Trevor and Violet Jones, and they're doing it, aren't they? And they're putting up like, which one do you like? And of course, you like their drawing, but the other 2 or 3 options are really quite good. So where's that going to be in a few years? You know, I think utility. When we had the Bitcoin Angel utility, I went to I was at an event in London, an NFT UK event in London, and it was basically digital fashion, but it wasn't just about fashion. And there's a room downstairs at this store, just a big immersive screen round it, just showing like Bill Ellis and other work. And I think there's more and more events going, isn't there? If you don't have to have an NFT to go to these events, but they're trying to get more and more people in.
It's like your ticket. It's like your ticket.
Yeah. And these NFTs now, they're lasting like 3 minutes. And they're amazing, and they're almost animations, aren't they? Cartoon animations. So, like you say, there's going to be technology doing that. Where, what NFT will be looking at next year? Yeah, you got the 101s that we all like, but some of these new stuff is amazing. Like yeah.
Have you heard of ACK, the artist, ACK?
ACK.
It's somebody you should look into. Again, this is not financial advice.
No.
But check this out, man. Alpha Centauri Kid.
Alpha Centauri Kid.
You gotta check this out.
Isn't he something to do with, why can't I remember AC? Was this on your show the other week?
Yes. So, okay, he came out with some official news, and I had shared this on my last show. But if you have a ACK edition, he renamed it Max Payne V2. There's 3,400. He's actually going to make it to where you can turn this in and burn it for a color of your choice out of 10. Let me pull it up here. He has been showcasing them every single day. Brand new ones. It's going to be on Manifold.
Right, yeah.
Here we go. Okay, here's his most recent one. Doesn't that look like Xcopy to you?
Yeah, kind of a bit, yeah. But is that what he's aiming for?
So I don't know if it's just kind of his style, but yeah. So you can burn it for this one. You can choose this one. This one's called Coral, which I really like orange in color, so I'm probably gonna go with this one. Just because I like the color.
What is he asking you to burn? He's asking you to burn?
He's asking you to burn this.
The Xcopy Max Payne.
So okay, so Xcopy made his work. You know, CCO. He signed all the commercial rights off. So anybody, I believe, that has this piece can use this for whatever. So this is actually ACK's piece. It's separate from Xcopy, but he used the same artwork. See, it says right here. By Alpha Centauri Kid. Does it hurt more or less now? Max Payne V2. Yeah, so he changed it. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. No, carry on. Sorry.
So the one right next to it where it says Pale Blue Death, this is what we all thought we were buying at first. So see, you can see there's only 51 of these, right?
Yeah.
So what had happened was, to break it down, people that owned, I can't find it now. His badge holders, he has like these little badges. If you own one of the badges, you got airdropped these like 50 Genesis pieces. And then he said, hey, if somebody lists one or sells one, we're going to make this an open edition. So he made it an open edition. He sold, what did I say, 3,200 or 3,400. And then everybody was like, oh, cool, we got a cool, ACK. And then all of a sudden, everybody that bought the ACK edition, it changed to this Max Payne V2 by XCOPY. I thought it was pretty hilarious. It was quite the art performance.
Yeah. Do you remember when XCOPY did his drop Max Payne on Nifty Gateway and everybody bought it, and even I bought into it?
Oh, I bought it.
That was going to be XCOPY's PFB collection, and it's going to change. Never did it?
It never did, and he's always saying like there's going to be some big reveal. I think it's pretty hilarious.
And you know what? Maybe he will reveal it in time. These people, like these OGs, been around for years. They plan things way ahead, don't they? Way ahead.
Oh my gosh! Look at this knife catcher. It looks like it's actually on Nifty Gateway.
Yeah, didn't he? He started out on Known Origin, didn't he?
Known Origin, yep. And that was back like we were talking 2017, 2018.
So I remember going through his works and looking and just thinking, well, that's affordable. And of course, a year later, it's not.
Oh, I actually bought one of the Afterburn open editions, and I sold it for $2,000. It was such a mistake.
And what are they now? 10 more?
I think they're like 10 grand. Yep.
Yeah, I remember seeing them about 3 or 4, thinking, "Oh, that's good," but then, "Oh, why would I buy with that many?" And then, of course, yeah, Afterburn too often. Then.
So this is crazy. Look, highest active offer, 18,000, and that's what one of the Beeples are selling for.
That's a 1 of 10.
1 of 10. You don't even have anybody listing these. I mean, they're just
no.
These are like.
But you wonder, don't you? When are people going to start buying again? What do you think? I mean,
okay, so
you wait for ETH to go 3 or 4 times what it is now.
So no matter what people say, I believe that NFTs have something to do with Bitcoin price and the market in general.
Absolutely.
Once we were in the height of the bull market, when Bitcoin was 60,000, ETH was 4,000. People were buying NFTs, JPEGs like crazy.
Yeah.
Then when it came down, people were, selling. They weren't buying as many. I think it has to do with that. I think we're not going to see a huge increase until 2024 when the next Bitcoin halving happens. 2025 possibly. Because typically the height of the bull market for Bitcoin is about 16 to 18 months after the halving. So we could be looking at even like 2025.
Wow. Do you not think that things are moving much faster? It might be quicker than that. But then I think you're probably right, because not many things change in history, do they, really, with that sort of thing? But yeah, we need Bitcoin and ETH to be up there. It brings more people in, doesn't it?
It brings more people in. I think the whales, they're a little bit more comfortable selling or buying some JPEGs with their ETH and Bitcoin that they've been stacking for a long time. Because they can buy more theoretically with what they have. So, yeah, I think unfortunately we're going to be in this bear market for a couple of years, but it's good for people that are buying, bad for people that are selling.
Yeah, no, it can go sideways. You have to. We're all learning, aren't we? It can go sideways for another couple of years, easy, and we have to wait. 2024. That's when I want to retire, Austin. We'll see where we are then. If not, I've got to keep going for another year. But yeah,
I think we'll be just fine. I think we just have to hold on, hodl, as they say, hold on for dear life.
Yeah. Try not to spend too much of it. You're not selling NFTs now, are you? Really? Because you're gonna be losing money unless you need to. And just like I'm just trying to buy little bits here and there. And if I like a project, I say last one I bought was Top Dogs. Before that, I think it was God Hates NFTs, just because I thought
Oh,
it was
that's
funny.
funny.
I thought that might have a bit of legs on it. You know, it's done nothing now, but we'll see where we are in a year with that. I did buy a Hipproof one actually on Nifty Gateway the other day, DJ Hipproof, the Oshi Gallery. Because I don't know if you met the Australian couple at the Bitcoin, the castle party, Trevor Jones. But there was a great Australian couple who own a NFT gallery in Australia called the Oshi Gallery, and they had they opened, I think, they had an event a couple of days ago, and Hipworth was in that event, and also he was doing something. Well, the Ocean Gallery was doing something on Nifty Gateway 3 days ago. Huh. So that was. So now it's like I'm just buying little things of interest. They're not expensive, you know, in comparison to what we bought in the past.
Right. I've noticed that. You know, I went through the marketplace on Nifty Gateway. A lot of things are like $100, $200. You know, it's a tough deal out there. You know, you're talking about you know, only needing to sell things right now to get money. I actually posted this for sale, and this is really
I saw that. Yeah.
Quite bittersweet for me because, you know, I really love the piece, but I mean, I really need, you know, some liquidity right now. So I'm selling this piece right now for $16.99. I bought it for $1,500.
So profit.
I mean, it's like a $20 profit or something. But at the same time, like, this piece deserves it. You know, I don't want to lose money on this just because it's just such a nice piece. And somebody will pay a couple $100 above mint price just to get this because it's such a nice piece.
But even, you know, I think if you need money and people need to sell it below the mint, we don't want to do that, and you shouldn't. But even now and again, you have to. You've got enough in your collection to cover that, you know, because you only need 1 or 2 hits in this game, don't you? And you're buying something $500 and you're making 20 times, 30 times that, you know. So you just rough with the smooth. We all need money to live.
Yep. It only takes one, too. I mean, for those people that bought, you know, Bored Ape, or they bought a CryptoPunk real early and then, you know, sold it for a couple $100,000. I mean, that is amazing. You know, I mean, I was talking to one of my buddies, Alex, and he's a stock guy. He trades stocks. And I was telling him, you know, about some of the trades I've done with JPEGs, and he's like, bro, there is professional stock traders that, like, that's their whole life dream is to do 100x. And I'm like, it's pretty normal in the JPEG world.
You can do that in the NFC world. Yeah, you can do close to it, can't you? If you'd be looking at, I mean, I don't even know what my record is, but it won't be far off that, yeah.
I mean, you had a couple pieces go for quite a bit that you bought pretty low, right?
Yeah, both pieces, Magdog Jones, Lotus Train, and when Pat did the cheat, which was amazing, I didn't understand it at the time, where he did all his cubes and he named different things. And it was just a contract. Do you remember? He had like cheap, expensive, and he decided the mint price of these cubes, and they were all the same type edition. And it was amazing. It just blew me apart. And I was thinking, is this guy, you know, he's really intelligent. Is he taking mickey out of us, or is he just showing us it's all in the coding? Yeah, I bought one for $499, and sold for, I wanted to, am I allowed to say, am I?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
And sold for $30K.
It's right here. It's all on the blockchain.
Yeah.
That's
and the same with Magdor Jones.
Crazy. That is so insane. And it looks like you're one of the highest sellers on here. So congratulations, man. That is a big deal.
It went much earlier in the year to about the same sort of price. And I remember thinking, oh my God, why am I holding? I should have sold, you know. And then about 4 or 5 months later, it went up again randomly, and I just put my price and someone bought it. Yeah, lucky.
That's so amazing. And look, you know, I mean, 4,100 last sold.
Wow, do you know what I mean? It's worth buying again, isn't it? Because it will go up again with Pac. I know Pac needs to come out and do something again. He will. He's never given up, is he, Pac?
He's never given up. You know, I love Pac. You know, I'm a Pac Nazi. He's recently dropped hints of the new collection Matter. Have you looked into any of these?
No, it's so clean now, isn't it? I love it.
Look at
And
that.
what's the game with Ash? Because I got some Ash from having a poets page, and I bought a bit of Ash as well. Is Ash still in the pack? Forgive me for not knowing.
That's okay.
Is Ash still in the pack ecosystem? Is it still? Is it worth buying? Obviously, not financial advice. Is it worth buying Ash? You know, or is it being used for anything? The Ash.
So there's definitely like a Ash ecosystem that artists are selling in Ash only, and some people are accepting Ash on their collections. Actually, a drop that it's already been announced. I'm officially a part of my first drop.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So
Put that out there. Put that out there. Come on.
so right here, this one is called F Collective. We're having 15 artists collab together. We have David Ariev coming on. We have Noel's included in the drop. We have MHX, which they're the ones that did Zen Blocks. We got some pretty cool shit lined up. So the first one, there's going to be 3 different acts. Act 1 is a 1-of-1 auction we're going to do just in Ethereum. After the auction is over, we'll have an Act 2. It's an open edition for 0.02 ETH. Or 20 Ash, whichever one. It's a discount if you pay in Ash. And for Act 3, it's a limited edition of 33, I believe, for the artist.
Fantastic. I'm so glad people are using the Ash because and you meant, oh yeah, fantastic. Imagine where's Ash going to be in a couple of years, and if people are using it, it's amazing. It's where it was.
Here we go. So this is a trailer we put together for the F Collective.
Fantastic. And did you was you approached for this? Were you leading this? Were you?
I'm part of the marketing team, so my job is to just get the word out there as far as I can and network with people. I built the Twitter F Collective. So this is, it's still in beta. I mean, we're building this more and more all the time. So it's just something I've been working on. We got a big group. I think there's like 20 of us that are working on this project. So it's gonna be fun, man. It's not very expensive. 0.02 ETH. What is that, like maybe $40?
Yeah, affordable, exactly.
Yeah. So
exactly, and that's what you want at the moment to get people interested, don't you? And then push your collection forward. But at the moment, affordable prices. At the moment, no one's going to spend. Aren't people like spending 2 or 3 F on a mint or something? I don't know. Recently, why would you do that on a mint?
And that's what I had told all the artists because some people had said, well, I think that's kind of low, that's going to be tough. And I'm like, look, I want to try to make this as free as possible. I just want to try to make it accessible. We're just trying to get the word out. We're trying to promote the artist. So yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff in the works, man.
Yeah, exciting. Anyone building now, worth investing in, isn't it? People look because where are you going to be in a few years? You're going to love it. And you can charge more. The way it works. But to me, royalties and the prices can go up, and when the bull market comes back, just get a little benchmark, get a foot in the door, and see what happens. Love it. You get people like me just looking around to see what people are doing. Do I buy this? Do I buy that? Do I spend £100 this week on buying ETH, or do I buy that sort of thing? That's what I'm doing basically, deciding what to do, where to put money. Yeah,
that's all you can really do. Well, hey, I can't even believe it. It's already been 45 minutes. It doesn't even feel like it's been that long. But Ivan, we're gonna have to wrap this bad boy up. I really appreciate you coming on.
And I said I've got nothing technical. I'll just talk stories with you. So
that's all it is, man. We're just
love it.
Around here.
You like the Trevor Jones T-shirt? Just quickly.
Oh, that is beautiful, man. I haven't even opened mine yet.
Have you not? I've not opened my bag properly. I've got it down here actually with the mask and there we go.
Oh, I love those things. Did you see that some people were putting the mask in the frames and like framing them like on the back of their Trevor Jones?
Yeah. I wouldn't mind putting the picture. Mine's still in here. Putting the picture in the frame. The mask, I don't know if I want to put in the frame. I might wear that every now and again.
Was it Blockchain Goals that framed his with the coin? Did you see that one?
I think I've seen it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Let me see.
yeah.
Oh, here it is. Cool. Yep, there we go. The Bitcoin Angel.
You know what I mean? That's quite cool, isn't it? Because the thing that we don't do with NFTs, or I don't, is have many physical to show. I think as you get into it more, and we've been to a couple of years, you kind of do want things around your house. I mean, I've just got a 27-inch Apple screen to show my NFTs on, but to have an actual picture would be quite cool. Actually, that's quite good.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. Have you smoked your cigar yet? Or are you keeping your cigar?
Bro, I didn't even get a cigar.
Did you not? You need to ask Martin on Discord and get you one.
Will they ship me one?
I don't know. I know on Discord someone said the same. I've been on Discord for ages. I'm so behind. I've been so busy with my public summer's so crazy. So I've not been on Discord for a month. I don't think. But someone was saying, I think Mike said message me independently. So if he's got any, I don't want to get anybody in trouble. But yeah, you paid, you went.
Yeah,
Back.
I heard somebody took like 20 cigars, and that kind of ruined it for some
Yeah.
other people.
Oh, that's not. Because it was such, wasn't it? Such a good. If you get a chance to go to an in real life event, I've only been to two. That one, the party, and one Thursday, and everyone's so friendly, so nice. I can't understand that some people didn't. They went through the bags at the end of the night and
They're
took
thieves.
a few things.
Thieves.
All right, okay, they stole. I didn't want to say it. I don't want to do it, but I couldn't believe that happened. The vibe when it was so good.
Yep.
Everybody would have done anything for anyone that weekend.
Absolutely.
It was amazing, and for someone to do that, it's just like, poor Trevor and his team to have that happen, just to like,
Oh my
a
god.
downer. There's no need for it. You know?
They
And we got 2-3 NFTs out of it.
I didn't even expect that. Were you expecting to get the Foxgloves?
No. I don't know if any have sold. I mean, no, you got to go. Sorry, we're talking. But have any Foxgloves sold yet? Or
Yep. And
I
mean,
how much they sell for?
not much. I think it's like 0.3, 0.1 Ethereum.
Oh, really?
Right here, Foxgloves.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
just
considering
got
it's
that.
free, if you get, I'm not going to sell mine, but if you get 0.3 for it, you'd hope, wouldn't you, if the party keeps going in about 5 to 10 years' time?
These
You
are
might
going to
get
be
coloured.
like the Genesis Castle collections.
Exactly. The Peter Schiff one's great. So see what that is. Yeah, I mean, but I don't think we'll do 100 times on them. Do you reckon? But we'll get. You might get a nice holiday out of it.
Let's see. Did you buy the Peter Schiff physical?
No, did you?
I didn't. I work with somebody. Actually, I'll just throw his name on here. Ted got one. Do you remember Ted?
We had the option, didn't we, to get it? Yeah, he was saying.
There it is.
And is someone putting that out for 0.1?
It's the best offer.
I'm sorry, I can't. Yeah, okay.
Let's see here.
'Cause-
0.35.
That's fair. I mean, in a normal time, you'd expect it to be 1/8 at the moment, 0.35.
Yeah. I think it's
fair.
about 1 ETH. Yeah, I think that sounds right.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not going to sell mine.
Nah, you can't.
It's for a reason. If someone go on holiday, I've got a reason.
Yep.
But yeah, I've got no rush to sell that. That's historical,
Oh yeah, it's beautiful too. Here,
Yeah.
we'll preview the NFT and then we'll wrap it up. How about that?
Sorry?
We're gonna
Yeah.
just show the NFT and then we're gonna have to wrap it up here.
Yeah, of course. Like, Trevor's into his AI, isn't he? Where are we going to be in a few years? Which is amazing, really. There we go.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's what Trevor does. He'll hand paint it and then play around with it. It's great, isn't it?
Remember when they showed this at the castle and everybody was screaming?
Yeah. And what's the? I know you got. What's the one that is?
Oh yeah. Let me pull that up here. It's okay.
Just quickly, because
Yeah.
he sold 1 to 10, and I think there was 10 to 20, and I considered buying it. I don't know if there's any for sale, but the new one that he said he modeled himself with his chest out.
That's so funny. Yes, I was laughing.
The model didn't turn up, so Trevor modelled it. Sorry, guys, I'm just talking about it.
Oh, that's all right. Okay, let's see here. Okay. I'm pulling it up here. I think he was like showcasing them in New York City.
That's right. And he was, yeah.
Oh, have you seen this? This drops tomorrow. Hold on, let me pull it up. Have you seen that?
No, what's that?
It's gonna be on Nifty Gateway. It's the top 50 artists selected, and it's gonna be like a physical book.
Do you know what? This is why I hate my job, Austin, because I can go weeks and get so behind in this space, can't you? It's like you got to get back into it, and it's like things like that. I think I should know. Oh my god! So I've got to have a look tonight, haven't I? See what's going on.
That's tomorrow.
You've really got to keep your eye on the ball, haven't you? Even like 10 minutes a day is enough to go on Twitter, go on OpenSea, go on Nifty Gateway, go on whatever research tools you use, Rarity Tools, Rarity Sniper. You got to start getting on them. You should go on them every day, have a little look.
Let's see here. Oh my gosh, he posts a lot of stuff. Here we go.
Man, we saw that in the hall, didn't we? And it was amazing, actually. And I'm pretty sure that what was it? Was that $6,000 he wanted for that?
Yeah, it was not cheap. Not cheap.
Not cheap, but in the grand scheme of things, if you want to take a punt. But it looked great, didn't it? I like that.
I loved it.
It looked great in the castle when it's up. It was like,
oh my gosh. We were all screaming.
We were so honoured. Next year it's in France, isn't it, apparently? Or we don't know, but they're looking at a castle in France with accommodation as well.
I'm not sure if I'm going to make it to that one, unfortunately.
You're not?
Nah.
No. Well, if you fancy it, there's a Gibraltar rave next week, crypto rave, with an NFT talk, but I'm not going to that. But there'll be loads to go with, went there every year. You haven't got to go to the same one every year.
Yeah.
There's events. In London, I think most weeks I'm getting notifications, something's going on. And it must be the same where you are in the States. There must be something every week. People want to put events on,
They are. The NFT NYC was a pretty big deal.
Yeah, that was the biggest, yeah. But loads of satellite events since and after, and
I think they've had some parties in like Florida, and also LA, California.
Wow.
Yeah, somebody was joking that they would just stay in the outhouse.
Camp. I imagine that's going to be expensive, you know what I mean? So can I camp you? Yeah, that's going to be. I mean, the fun of it. I think I'd love to go, providing we'll see what the rest of the world's like, recession, bull, bear market next year. But I'd love to go. Yeah, and yeah.
I would love to go to every single one of them, but I'm gonna have to sell some more JPEGs, or get like a third job or something.
Yeah, do it. No, don't get a job. No, we should be enjoying our lives. Slow our lives down. Don't want to go crazy.
Alrighty, so we're gonna play this outro here. Ivan, thank you so much for coming on the show, man. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Nice chatting to you. Love it. We got any music? Thank you very much.
Peace out, guys. Have a great Sunday. Enjoy.